Hi, my love. So I gotta say this one really quickly. I just want to add this on to the video that I just made. And again, I don't come to condemn anybody, but the reason also why was because I was surrounded by lukewarms as well. And I'm never the type, I don't blame anyone for my sin or my wrongdoing. I take full accountability. I came to God myself and I did repent to the Lord myself, because regardless of any demonic influence, any unequally yoked relationships that I had before, and I'm talking about friendships, I'm not talking about anything romantical, but it might be for you. But I'm saying anything like that, I don't blame anyone for that, because though they have been influenced, they did not force me. Like, you can't, they did not force me to commit sin or to, rebel up against the Lord. That's why I tell you guys, like, we have to take accountability. So I did repent and take accountability. But also, what was a problem was because I was indeed surrounded by lukewarms. That's why I was speaking about inside of my first video how the world, how they will normalize certain things being this way. Because, like I said, how I was saying that the Lord said that things, they're not supposed to be this hard. And the reason why I was deceived into thinking that, because it's all around. It's all around, because we know most of this world, many people inside this world, they're wicked, they're rebellious. So the life that they live, like, it's the enemy. It's really Satan, like, throwing all of these hard things at them. And see, while I was living inside the world and while you're living lukewarm, right, you don't have God the way that you need to have God. So the thing is, Satan is literally there because, you might still have idols, curses, strongholds, soul ties, whatever it is. You might still have open doors to Satan. So that's why, Satan will still be able to operate inside of your life, and still have access. So then it's just like everything is like familiar. Like, you're speaking about this, that, and the third happening. Everything that's happening to us is familiar. The reason being because Satan is operating in our lives. Because we don't have God. Can y'all perceive that through the Spirit though? It's the reason why we're able to relate with our life is because Satan is literally operating through both of our lives. And that's the thing when living lukewarm. Like I said, you don't have God like you don't have God. And I say that because, again, I was a lukewarm. I was a lukewarm for years. Do you hear me? I was a lukewarm for years. But when I start to truly pursue God, I was able to hear his voice. I was able to connect with him. I got the prophecies. I got everything. You get what I mean? I was able to grow with God when I gave God my all. And when you're a lukewarm, you don't give God your all. You're still inside the world. You're half stepping. And when you're half stepping, you're still giving the enemy access to your life. That's why you're able to relate with these worldly people, with people that don't even pursue Christ. And the thing is, you'll still be blind because you're not fully pursuing Christ yourself. Like, you're still living in the world. And that's why I was saying, like, while living lukewarm, that was part of the reason why I thought these things was normal, was because not only was I surrounded with people that was also lukewarm. Again, I take full accountability for my sin. I don't blame them or anything. It was me that committed the sin, and I repented to my Father. And so, hey, you know what I mean? Don't shoot. You get what I mean? But I was saying, like, even with that was the reason why I thought it was okay. Because when you grow up and when you're surrounded by things and when you're told things as you growing up, right? But as this is happening, as you are growing and stuff like that, you'll begin to think that, well, these things are a part of life because everybody's going through it. But all these people, they don't have a relationship with God. That's why they're going through it. You get what I mean? Like, that's the problem. That was the problem. These things are not normal, but they were taught as though they are normal because all these people, they lacked the Lord in their life. That's why, I let y'all know, like, it's certain things, life is not, it's not supposed to be that way. It's not supposed to be that way. It's not supposed to be that hard. It's not supposed to be that confusing. It's not supposed to be that way. Because we know before we come to God, all the worries, we put them upon ourselves. Like, it's upon ourselves because we're trying to take hold of our own life. You get what I mean? Instead of, you know, when we go to God, we surrender our life unto God, our future and everything. It's in God's hands. But before you come to God, you got everything, like, you're trying to control everything. So then, you know, you're going through the confusion and the heartache and then all just this, like, oh my goodness, like, what do I do? Being overwhelmed and things of that nature is because you lack God. You know what I mean? But again, you're in a world surrounded with people that lack God. So these things are familiar. That's why they're taught to be normal. But it's not normal. But yeah, child of God, I just wanted to add that in. You know what I mean? Just for y'all to know. But I love y'all. If anybody been living lukewarm, give God your all. Surrender it all unto the Lord. Repent. And I love you, my love. Have a beautiful, blessed day.